November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. It's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
First carry for Nick Chubb. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. On 1st down, Watson.
flush to his right. Caught here by Bell. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
From the 27, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Six nothing our score after 1.
The score, Chargers 6, Browns nothing.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. To throw is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, it's Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
That's the score. Browns 7, Chargers 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, LA! For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield. And you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. sliding out of the pocket. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Watson now to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From his own end zone, Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone, Herbert.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. Oh, some strong running. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game?
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Chargers' 30-yard line.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21, Chargers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. That catch good for only a couple. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Las Vegas.
You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
21, Chargers 14.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
A show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And from where we said, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's got this down to the 35.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
DeAndre Carter returning it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's a second down.
The gain of 7 brings up second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 39 yards. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
35, Chargers 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike, check smash. Check smash. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike, 37. You got nothing to that.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Herbert.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Second and 2 at the 44-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're on the dime. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And oh, the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll give to Spiller. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A give. This is Chubb. Breaks a tackle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the